The streets of London's East End were a maze of filth and fog, narrow alleys twisting like veins through the heart of Whitechapel. It was the autumn of 1888, and the city was gripped by fear. The gas lamps flickered through the mist, casting long shadows on cobblestone streets slick with rain. It was here, in this forgotten corner of the empire, that a phantom stalked the night, a man whose name would become legend, whispered for generations to come: Jack the Ripper. The first murder was brutal, but in Whitechapel, brutality was nothing new. Poverty and crime ruled the streets, and death came cheap. But when Mary Ann Nichols' body was found in Bucks Row on the morning of August 31st, even hardened policemen recoiled. Her throat had been cut twice, nearly severed, and her abdomen mutilated with precise, deliberate slashes. The brutality was unlike anything London had seen. Within days, another woman, Annie Chapman, was found behind a tenement yard. Her wounds were worse, her body arranged with almost ritualistic care. Panic began to spread. Newspapers called him the Whitechapel murderer. Others began to whisper the name that would stick: Jack the Ripper. Scotland Yard sent its best detectives, among them Inspector Frederick Aberline, a man seasoned by years of chasing thieves and killers. Yet this was no ordinary murderer. He seemed to vanish into the night, leaving no footprints, no clues, only terror. The letters began arriving soon after, written in red ink, taunting the police. One began with the words that chilled every man who read them: Dear boss, I keep on hearing the police have caught me, but they won't fix me just yet. It was signed, Yours truly, Jack the Ripper. On September 30th, the nightmare deepened. 2 murders in one night. Elizabeth Stride was found in Berner Street, her throat cut, but her body otherwise untouched. Perhaps the killer had been interrupted. Less than an hour later, in Mitre Square, Catherine Eddowes was discovered. Her face had been mutilated, her organs removed with surgical precision. The killer's skill was terrifying. Some whispered he was a butcher, others a surgeon, or even a mad aristocrat hunting the poor for sport. Whoever he was, he knew the streets too well. The police patrolled the alleys in pairs, but still he struck again. Mary Jane Kelly, the youngest and most beautiful of his victims, was found in her tiny room on Miller's Court. The sight was so horrific that even seasoned officers turned pale. The walls were painted with blood, and her body was barely recognizable. It was as if the killer had unleashed every ounce of rage and madness inside him. That was November 9th, 1888, the day the Ripper vanished as suddenly as he had appeared. No more bodies followed. No arrests were made. The investigation consumed Scotland Yard. Suspects came and went: doctors, barbers, sailors, even a member of the royal family. But none could be proven guilty. Decades passed, and still the name Jack the Ripper lingered, haunting London like a ghost. Theories grew wild. Some said he fled England. Others claimed he was committed to an asylum. Some believed he died, taking his secrets to the grave. But one thing was certain: his murders changed history. The world had met its first modern serial killer, and the age of terror had begun. Today, the alleys of Whitechapel are cleaner, the cobblestones paved over, the gas lamps replaced by electric light. But if you walk there at night, when the fog rolls in thick and the air turns cold, you can still feel it: the unease, the silence that once fell before the scream. Some locals swear they've seen him, a shadow in a long coat, a glint of steel beneath his hat, disappearing into the mist. Perhaps he never left. Perhaps monsters like Jack the Ripper never truly die. They just wait, patient and unseen, in the dark corners of the world where the light can't reach, and the echo of their footsteps never fades.